Growing Your Business, a series of podcasts brought to you by the LearningWorks team at Highlands Islands Enterprise. In this podcast, we'll be focusing on how to improve your business processes and in doing so achieve more efficient results. You'll be hearing from a number of experts based across the Highlands and Islands on how the smallest change can have a huge effect on the growth of your business. Improving your business processes is about focusing on doing things right rather than doing the right thing. However, before making any changes, a business needs to take a close look at how they currently work to identify any areas of improvement. As business change expert John Birchall explains, by using existing tools and techniques, such as the European Excellence Model to do this, it's possible to look at every area of a business.
If I said to an organisation, I want you to identify for yourselves, the management team, all the changes you'd like to make in your business. Here's a blank sheet of paper, write them down. Well, yes, they'd come up with lots, but they would be scattered all over the place, and you couldn't be sure that they'd covered everything and covered all the important things. So all these tools, like the Excellence Model, all they give you is a framework to work in. The one I work with most is a derivative of the Excellence Model called Hospitality Assured, because it's geared towards the hospitality and tourism industries, it's geared towards customer service, but it's the same basic principles. And really, all you are saying to an organisation is if you start at this point here and start, in the case of Hospitality Assured, by looking at your markets and your customers and what they want, how they interact with you, what the ways are you've got of getting at them, and work through from there, through the customer promise, which is the products you're delivering, through planning your business, through the processes and procedures you use, the resources you need, the training and development of people, the delivery of the service, the dealing with problems and complaints, and then the ongoing improvement processes. You, in looking at all those, and in Hospitality Assured there are 49 steps, if you're looking at all those 49 steps, talking about them, finding things that you can do to improve in each of those areas, you are going to cover every single bit of your organisation. No gaps, no holes, you've looked at everything. You've done a diagnostic of everything and you've found out where your strengths are and where your areas for improvement are.
Many businesses can be put off considering change as they are overawed by the size of the perceived tasks ahead. But as John Birchall explains, it's the small-scale changes and attention to details that can add up over time to create big improvements.
There is no doubt if you're starting afresh on a programme of improvement and you're trying to take the organisation along with you and you're trying to influence others, stakeholders, owners, customers, quick wins are vital. I mean, the moment you can say, we did this because of that and look at the effect it's had, however tiny that might be, it's still important. So I would go for a quick win, but I would at the same time be planning how to do the big one. I actually don't think there are many big ones around. I think excellence is about attention to detail, it's about minor improvements, it's about little things, little changes that you can make in your organisation. But when you add up hundreds of changes, they become major change over a period of time.
During any process of change, it's vital to communicate a clear plan, objectives and responsibilities. By explaining why change is needed, a business can improve the chance of employee buy-in. At Cranach Supply Company in Fort William, communication is an essential part of the business, as explained by General Manager Alan Brown.
The diversity of the business and geographical location is a big challenge. I think because the business, it was for a long time a restaurant on the end of the pier, and it flourished I guess quite quickly through the diving school and at Tasmania. There was a whole lot of new challenges there, and the management of that, I guess, was all about communication. It was all about having a shared vision, and a lot of that went back, I guess, in its roots to some years ago when we first got involved with the Investors in People programme. Now we keep the principles of IIP very close to our heart in our business, and this idea of everybody knowing what the business is trying to do, everybody knowing what they can do to help make that happen, everybody knowing how the business is doing, and everybody knowing what help they can get if they need help to help them achieve what they're trying to do.
A lot of business improvements made at Cairngorm Mountain have come from acting upon customer feedback. As Customer Service Manager Jenny Clark explains, acting on this feedback is another way of securing buy-in from employees as they see the benefit of change firsthand.
It's really important that we share the information with them on a regular basis. So if we were doing a survey, for instance, then we would publish a set of results. and those results are often appealing to the staff, so we maybe just provide a portion of them in a graphical form, which would mean that they could understand the results of the survey. This helps to motivate them to continue to use the work and continue to use the survey that they've started. The other way that we can do it is to action some of the feedback that we've seen already. So there's some simple things that they can do to make the difference to the customer. Then they will, or we will action them, and they will see the difference straight away. So maybe change a few processes, change the way that we work, and they can see that the difference that they're making.
Cairngorm Mountain employees are clear on what elements of the business need focused on due to an innovative tool called Text Cloud.
The Text Cloud format takes the written comments that you have from your customer feedback and the thing that's talked about the most, so the biggest highlight of someone's visit, or maybe the improvement of any improvements that we can make as a business, are grouped together, so the comment that's been made the most gets larger on the Text Cloud, and things that haven't been mentioned as much become smaller and smaller. It's a very visual piece of customer feedback result where your staff and also your customers can understand the results of those written comments very quickly.
Once the changes have been implemented, one of the biggest mistakes a business can make is believing that that's it. It's essential to continuously analyse and improve your processes where necessary. At Cairngorm Mountain, gathering feedback from their customers is a year-round project.
We tried to have a plan in place where we started with what we could manage first. So we started small and looked at paper customer feedback surveys. Then we had a plan to build in other things as we went along. So we started with our customer feedback forms and our online survey, which suits our winter customers. We've then moved into gathering our website feedback and data, and we have some other ways of moving forwards as well. So at the moment we're looking at gaining verbal comments from our customers that might have been given to our staff and inputting them into one system so that everything is grouped all together.
To measure the success of any project, you need to return to your initial analysis. In doing so, you will have a clear idea on whether the changes you've implemented have had the desired effect on your business.
We have a dashboard, a report if you like, which is one report with an immediate target on it. So every month we have a percentage grading for each of the different facilities that we look at. So we break things down into product, facilities and service. And we can see from month to month whether we've gone up or down. We haven't produced any targets yet at Cairngorm Mountain, but we are going to move towards that. It's important to get the feedback process off the ground first before you start creating targets for people.
Improving your business processes is ultimately about working more efficiently. The successful implementation of change in the right area of your business can have a huge impact on its growth. For more information on improving your business processes, visit learning-works.co.uk. There you will find a number of resources, documents and contact details of companies who can help you explore this topic further. Well, thanks for listening. Next month we'll be taking a look at the topic of international trade. From identifying markets to exporting, we'll be hearing from a number of experts based across the region.